Alright, so, wow. What the hell with my camera? It looks all steamy. Weird. Anyway, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not a T-ara fan. As you could probably tell from past videos, I really am just not a T-ara fan. But I feel so bad for these girls because they are under the worst agency in all of South Korea. And no, it's not SM Entertainment. I'm shocking myself by saying this. I have it in my head that SM Entertainment is by far the most awful company ever, not in terms of who they're housing or anything, or what kind of songs they produce, but their management style, their hectic schedules, their 13-year slave contracts. Yeah, I thought they were the worst people out there, but no. It is CEO Kwang Soo and Core Contents Media, who houses T-ara, Davichi, Coed, 5 Dolls, and Speed. Yeah, all of them. And I feel absolutely terrible for every single one of those people. My blood is boiling. Like, I know it's obviously a very tough market to be in, the K-pop market. And, you know, the companies can be less than accommodating or, you know, less than nice. But this thing with Kwang Soo and Core Contents and T-ara, if you don't know, you're gonna know in a second, is just absolutely mind-boggling. Like, I can't even wrap my head around it. I feel absolutely awful for not only T-ara, but the fans. Like, I feel terrible. It was revealed on March 14th through Core Contents Media CEO Kwang Soo, aka the Lucifer, that T-ara would experience a major change in the dynamics of the group, including a potential shift in members. He revealed, regardless of T-ara's current popularity and skill, we are planning a major change for the group in April, so that the group can be upgraded to another level. This change not only includes a group concept, but also the members. So obviously people were worried. T-ara has only been around for a few years. They debuted in 2009, but then people weren't as concerned until they saw a article the next day that was titled T-ara may have up to 9 members after undergoing changes, which either means A, KKS, or Kwang Soo, because I'm tired of saying his name, is a dick, or B, he's a troll. And we don't know yet because it's not April. He stated that there's a possibility of switching out members already in the group, as well as adding more members to transform T-ara into an 8 or even 9-member group from the current 7. This is the same guy who added Hyoyoung because, or Hyoyoung, I forget who it is, one of those twins, because he wanted to lower the average age of the group. Who the hell does it for that reason? Not to enhance the vocals or, you know, change the group dynamic, but to downplay the age to a lower number. You prick. He says the purpose is not just to aimlessly take people out, which I think it is, and add other members, but to implement a competitive strategy so that those who work hard and display their talents will be given more activities and opportunities, while those who sit back and think highly of themselves will not receive more opportunities. He also says, when I look back on my 30 years of experience in discovering new talent, by their 3rd year, they become full of themselves and lazy. It is if they are not always on the edge of their seat and working hard and think that they can just get by with what they already have, they will not be able to beat the competition. For the members who have no singing ability and do not work hard, I will not give them parts in songs. So why have them in the group at all? If you don't think they have the singing ability, why put them in the group at all? Why drag them around, think that there's something, and then say, by the way, you're just sacks of potatoes and I'm just gonna get rid of you. Like, this whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. His logic makes no sense. If they think that they're lazy and full of themselves, work them harder. It's not like they're doing it in defiance. It's not like they're doing it to get back at you. And again, this is also from the same guy who just gave T-ara a break since their debut. Yeah, they haven't had a break since their debut. They're finally getting a break, and they're working on stuff, I think, soon-ish. But they're getting a break until about, like, the beginning of summer, which is totally well needed. I'm gonna say right now, again as a non-T-ara fan, this is a really great year for them. 2011 and 2012 was great, with Lovey Dovey and Cry Cry and Roly Poly, which I actually hate, but it's a great year. Why would you want to get rid of that perfect formula that you've finally gotten and switch things up? And the 9-member thing, it's like this with After School and 9 Muses, but people are going to think that you're copying SNSD. And I'm not speaking as someone who isn't open-minded to a girl group having nine members. Like, obviously there can be a girl group out there with 9 members, but be prepared for that backlash of, oh, you're copying SNSD. It's gonna happen. They're the biggest Korean girl group out there, and the fact that there's 9 of them, which is a very odd number for a girl group, it just sets the bar for not only how skilled they can be, but with that number, if that's making sense. I'm really upset about this. This is just, people who are T-ara fans have stated that Boram and Kyuri will most likely be the ones who will be out because they don't see them as much on variety shows or with parts in songs. I really hope this isn't true, and I really hope that this guy's just being a dick in the way of getting the fans riled up, and he's really just going to keep everything the same. Like, why not just have a changing concept? You can keep all 7 members with a changing concept. Speaking of changing concept, by the way, the whole thing with co-ed is ridiculous too. I'm going to try to explain as best as I can here. There were 4 girls and 6 boys originally. One boy was accused of, I don't know, something with like rape or sex with a prostitute or something like really scandalous involving sex. And he left the group eventually. The CEO saying that he was going to try his ventures in acting, which I really just think is a way of him saying the scandal's getting too much, and if we do come back, no one's going to want to see this guy, so he's gone now. They added a 5th girl for 5 dolls. This was before the guy left. So now, if you put them total, it's at 10 again, but it's 5 girls and 5 boys. So then they decided to add another guy from a singing competition show that I don't remember the name of. So now there's 6 guys and 5 girls. But then they add another girl because Sumi, who is originally from Sia, who left Sia to go to co-ed, left co-ed. She can't seem to stay with the group, this girl. So then there's 4 girls, but then they added that 5th one, so there's 5 girls. But then they just added another guy, so there's 7 guys and 5 girls, and 4 of them were added within, like, the last year and a half. Like, how weird is that? I'm sorry, those guys deserve so much better than that. I so was looking forward to co-ed as being this great revolutionary group of, boy and girl singers together, not for just some one-time duet thing. But now, CEO KKS, he's putting all his money into another 7-member girl group, and also, like, giving these poor T-ara fans a heart attack, wondering who's gonna stay and who's gonna go, and how much this is gonna change with possible new members. Like, I feel awful for everybody. This company doesn't know how to manage anything. They base their principles based on, if you're not working hard enough, then that means it must be you, not me. Have you ever heard the principle of, like, you're only as strong as your weakest link, And you blame the group? Like, how dare you, you stupid, selfish prick. Like, it's like, at least SM, even if I do think that SM, I'm not going to name groups or names, they do have some useless members in some of their groups. However, even with the Super Junior thing with Hangen and stuff like that, when they were fighting the lawsuit, yes, it was because of a contract and because of money, but SM could have easily said, well, Hangen's not going to be back in the group, so let's just replace him and put a new member in. Even though Super Junior started out as 13 members, they still have their same people, even with some of them in the army, or some of them acting, or some of them in China. They still have the same people. So I actually have to respect them for that, for keeping the same people in the group and giving them a chance and not stringing them around like they're thinking that they're something when the CEO really thinks that they're nothing and they're gonna cut them later. Like, this guy needs a kick somewhere where the sun doesn't shine, because he's got his head up his ass. He doesn't know how to manage anything. He can't even manage his own money. He's filed for personal bankruptcy. So, to conclude this video, I still don't like SM a lot, but I want to apologize in thinking that they were the worst company out there. At least they produce quality work. I cannot say that for Core Contents Media, and I wish I could, because they do have some talented people, but they're not using them to their full potential. He even admits he's not going to use them to their full potential. So what the hell? Oh. So I'm sorry, SM, I really am. You are not the worst company out there. Core Contents Media and Kwang Soo is. And for T-ara fans, it says April, you'll find out, so I wish you the best of luck with this douchebag trolling son of a bitch. And hopefully all your favorites will stay, and hopefully no one will go, but if they go, hopefully T-ara will still maintain the, their rising popularity as they have been. I hope everything, it just becomes okay, but with this company, I honestly don't think that will be the case.